Welcome back, this is Samm. Today in class, we're going to be solving this equation as you can see on the board that says 4 raised to the power x minus 2 raised to the power x is equal to 12. Okay, if you're excited to solve with me, let's go. Solution. Okay, so what we have is 4 raised to the power x minus 2 raised to the power x equal to 12. Now, if you look at this very well, this 4 raised to the power x, we can make it similar to this 2 raised to the power x or more similar to 2 raised to the power x by doing this. So this 4 can be written as 2 square. 2 square is 4 raised to the power x minus 2 raised to the power x equal to 12. Okay? Now, remember, when you have a product and a product, you can multiply both products, right? The law of indices that says if you have p raised to the power x multiplied by y, you just say px multiplied by y. So remember, multiplication is commutative, so x multiplied by y is also y multiplied by x. So both are the same. Just like 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. So we can apply this now here, and this as 2 raised to the power x squared. So 2 multiplied by x, x multiplied by 2, both are the same. But now, one thing we've achieved is that, okay, let's go on first. 2 raised to the power x also equal to 12. Now, if you look at these two, they are the same. So we can proceed from here by making 2 raised to the power x another variable. So let's do it this way. Let 2 raised to the power x equal p. So we can say this is p now squared minus p equal to 12. And this is obviously quadratic. So let's arrange. So p squared minus p, this plus 12 on the other side, if we bring it in, it becomes minus 12 equal to 0. So look at this quadratic equation. We can solve it using several methods. We can use completing the square, but that will take a lot of time. We can use formula, that will take some time. We can use factorization, and that is the fastest way to go about this. Okay, so let's solve by factorization. What does this say? To solve this by factorization, our a is 1, our b is minus 1, and our c is minus 12. Now, this a, b, and c, where are we getting it from? From the standard quadratic equation that says ax squared plus bx plus c equal 0. So this is the standard quadratic equation. So our a is the coefficient of this p squared, which is 1. Our b is the coefficient of p, which is minus 1. And our c is this our constant, which is minus 12. Okay, so let me come over here to continue. This is not part of our work. Okay, so from here, we have to look for two numbers that when we multiply them, that their product is minus 12 and their sum is minus 1. So product of minus 12, you have 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. And now this looks like what will give us a sum of minus 1, 3 and 4. Okay, so for minus 1, a plus 3 and minus 4. If we add them, if we get this product, it is minus 12, right? What about the sum? Plus 3 minus 4. So plus 3 minus 4, the sum will give us minus 1. So 3 and 4 are good. So from p squared minus p minus 12 equals 0, you can conveniently break this into 2 such that it is p squared, we're using 3 and 4, so plus 3p and minus 4p to give us this minus 1. Then we have our minus 12 equal to 0. Now we can group because we're factorizing. Yeah, we can group such that what is common to this first bracket, we have p, and what's left, the other p plus 3. So because p multiplied by p is p squared, p multiplied by 3 is 3p. Then we have our minus here. Now what is common? 4p and 12. 4 is common because 4 can go in 12. So what is left here is p plus 3. Now why did this minus become plus? Because what we have outside the bracket is negative. And watch, minus 4 multiplied by p, that's minus 4p. Minus 4 multiplied by 3, that's minus 12. So that's good, cool, equal to 0. Now we'll factorize one more time because p plus 3 is the same to both sides. So p plus 3 is common. What do we have left is this p and this minus 4. Remember, equal to 0. So remember, if you have a product equal to 0, it's either the first element is 0 or the second is 0. So if I apply that here, it's either p plus 3 equals 0 or the second p minus 4 equal to 0. So from here, p equals to minus 3 or p equals to 4. So our p is minus 3 or our p is 4. But remember, we're not looking for p from the original equation because it says 4 raised to the power x minus 2 raised to the power x equal to 12. So the variable we're actually looking for is x. So let's solve for x. Now recall that at this point, we made 2 raised to the power x p. So we're going to fall back here. So now we have two values of p, minus 3 and 4. So just cancel the negative value because you cannot proceed with negative value. So we're going with p as 4. So from here, we'll have 2 raised to the power x equal to p. So now our p is 4. Okay? So 2 raised to the power x equals to 4 is 2 raised to the power 2, right? Now remember our rule of exponential equations. If the bases are equal, the powers have to be equal. So we do what? We equate the powers. So our x is equal to 2. Okay, so our answer is 2. Yeah, that's an interesting one. So I remain El Samm. Kindly subscribe to this channel to keep getting interesting solutions to mathematical problems.